Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for today's special coffee talk. Today, we're so super excited. We have Malik Sickstein and Paige Mason. Malik is the author and Paige is the illustrator of a great new hip-hop inspired book to fight stage fright titled I Grab the Mic. It is a fantastic, lyrical, rhythmic, beautiful, fantastical. What else can I say all about your book? It's just so much fun to read, and it's one of those great read alouds. So Malik and Paige are here tonight, and they're going to read for us. But before they start to read, Malik, I want to know if you could do me a favor. Could you open the book to the dedication of your book? And could you read it for our viewers? I think it's so special.
So the dedication is going to be the second page, and it says, to anyone who outgrew what made them feel small, or whatever made them feel small. So.
I love that dedication. And I wanted to know, before you start reading, if the two of you maybe could talk a bit about what that means to you personally, outgrowing what might make us feel small.
Okay, I'll go first. It's the idea of overcoming a challenge, right? At first, I think the thing about anything that's intimidating is that it shrinks you, whether it shrinks your confidence or it shrinks you and your actual belief of physical boundaries. It's overcoming that and realizing that you're bigger mentally, emotionally, in spirit than whatever it was that was initially intimidating you. And sometimes those forces come in the form of words. Sometimes they're actual people, but it's overcoming it. Sometimes they're constructs of our own mind. And it really is just overcoming it. And I thought that was a very gentle way of putting it. I didn't say smashing or breaking and destroying what makes you feel small. It's outgrowing, overcoming. And you know, you're no longer in the box, whether you put yourself in or someone else. And on a nod to what you said earlier, you mentioned hip hop's 50th anniversary. In the book, there's little nods to hip hop. They're very subtle like that. The title of this book is a line from Eric B. and Rakim's song. And in that song, he says, he grabbed the mic and tried to say, yes, y'all. And the opposition tried to take it and say that he's too small. And that always stood out to me because I was really young when I first heard that. I was like, oh, your size doesn't matter. So
that's fantastic. It's like a clarion call. It shot through the blue and it got you. And look, and then you wrote a book for other kids too.
There you go.
Who would have thunk it? Paige, can you talk a bit about that theme and some of your artwork and the way that you presented it in this book?
Well, picking off of what Malik was saying, you know, I do appreciate your approach as far as the wording, like you mentioned, because they're all lessons in life, really, you know, and outgrowing. So it's kind of part of that journey of learning and growing to become that next person. So, you know, we're growing, we get bigger. If we take it as simple as like socks or shoes, we're outgrowing it. And that's because we are literally getting bigger. So I think it's a really, you know, it's a very broad thought that a lot of people can relate to. And of course, maybe in that time of being scared, of having to do something out of your comfort zone, it seems like a very negative moment, but as they say, we need that darkness to find the light. So without these adversities, that's the only way that we can really become who we really are and test ourselves into, you know, wanting to grow. So I think it's a great dedication because that could be anybody, any age. It's very well said. So
I agree with you. You know, I had a teacher that used to tell me, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. So it's kind of the same thing, you know, that growth, that journey. So, well, okay, enough of that bit of it. We really want to get down to the book. And Malik and Paige, you know, I'm so thankful that you're with us tonight and you're going to read for us. So without further ado, you both have the mic.
Unlike other rhythmic rhyming children's picture books, it doesn't have the simplest rhyme scheme, probably because your author comes from a poetry and hip hop background. So there's going to be complex rhyme schemes that shift and change throughout. So it's not beepity boppity boop. And I will try to read it to the best of my ability to get that across to you, and Paige will do the same. So the very first page doesn't introduce any character but the hand. It says, I grabbed the mic from the top of the stand. I grabbed the mic and sweat fills my hands. Now we get our character. A lump blocks my throat as if I swallow the entire Big Apple. It's a nod to New York. I grab the mic and hear a pop, followed by a crackle. We're getting to know our characters here. I grab the mic and I'm instantly blinded by lights. I grab the mic and hope what I say comes out right. But my jaw becomes tight. My tongue starts a fight. Like my mouth is a ring and it's me versus Mike. The main event, but I might daydream that the exit sign's bright, enough to beam me up over the audience so I can take flight. Or maybe I'd find new heights on 20-foot stilts to hike and easily walk over the crowd before they can say good night. Or an even better escape to become invisible and slight and fade to black, as they say on stage, and then vanish out of sight. But why, my lip I bite? What has me so uptight? Don't I have the right to recite these words I write? Shouldn't tonight excite and not be so impolite? The grown-ups told me a word for this feeling. It's called stage fright. First, they suggest I try not to care, but I worry too much how I appear. Or I've even heard them say, picture everyone in their underwear. But that just seems gross and rude. To think of people almost nude or in their chairs glued, the thought alone makes me even more scared. So I try with all my might to ignore the sounds of doubt. I grab the mic and my first words come out. Is this thing on? Can you hear me out there? I grab the mic and remember why I'm here. I grab the mic and it all seems quite clear. I grab the mic and say goodbye to fear. So our main characters have faced their conundrum of imagining all the worst outcomes that can happen when one has to be on stage or in front of any audience with a mic. But a realization has just happened. They remember why they're there and they're saying goodbye to fear.
I grab the mic and become something great. I grab the mic and I'm captain of the debate. I grab the mic at the spelling bee and put the bees in a spell. And a daze from every correct phrase, they buzzed, all because I did so well. I grab the mic and sang, not just sing. Every note seems to float like my voice gave them wings. I grab the mic and I'm a judge, so they listen, all ears patiently waiting as I announce my decision. I grab the mic and detail the whole sport. I'm a sportscaster shouting, go faster on the track, instant replay on the court. I grab the mic and I'm the one that you clap for. My album is #1 on the charts. I'm your new favorite rapper. I grab the mic to get the latest scoop. A good journalist and reporter is always first with major news. I grab the mic to announce a scientific breakthrough. I have found the chemical compound, designed a program, and gone to space too. I grab the mic, then motivate and inspire. I speak at marches and small rooms. I may even preach to the choir. I grab the mic and thank everyone for nominating me and for this award I've won. I grab the mic and do a president's best to deliver my State of the Union address.
A resolution. I grab the mic and can become any one of them. There's another word that the grown-ups taught me. That word is confidence. Anytime you hear that whisper behind the microphone telling you to run from it, remind yourself of the reason why you're standing in front with it. I grab the mic and can become anything I imagine. Being nervous is fine as long as you learn to get past it. Why? Once you do, it's all magic. Poof! The crowd becomes a sea of friends. And now I grab the mic and hope to never see it end. The end. Mic drop. But please don't drop the mic in real life. And that is our story. That is, I grab the mic.
Thank you both so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Paige reads much faster than me.
I'm so sorry.
No.
But also, to be fair, I do have it right here in front where you're actually reading it and flipping it. So
Paige is the first person I've heard read it out loud, and she captures it perfectly. She got all the timing right. Yeah.
Isn't that magical?
My lyrical
hearing
background.
It? Your lyrical background. Lyrical gangster background. Thank you both so much for sharing your book. I grabbed the mic. We are so happy to have had you here to read for us tonight, and we can't wait for all of you out there in Baker and Taylor Library Land to get your hands on this book and to share it with your patrons, with children, with caregivers, with parents, with grandparents, with aunties, with uncles, with cousins, with dog walkers, with everyone. We can't wait for you to see it. So make sure you check it out on bakertaylor.com and Paw Prints Publishing. And again, Malik and Paige, thank you so very much for your time, and we all look forward to seeing more from you soon. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you for having us.